For those of us who do presentations, especially free presentations, I wanted to give you a little AI assisted presentation hack. So I am presenting this later today. I started with a doc of an outline of the bullet points that I would like to cover for my section of this presentation. Now I've decided that I want to forego slides because my co-presenters are doing slides. And so I decided I wanted to provide an experience for the people attending so that they could walk away with some actionable steps. So what I did was I copied all of my notes for what I want to talk about into a regular GPT, not one of my custom GPTs. And you could probably do this with Claude or Gemini or any of the other things that you want. But what I did was I said, this is my outline. I had done a first draft of my form, but I didn't like the way that it came out. But this was also a prompt that I had crafted to get this form, this interactive presentation ready. So I pasted that in here too. And I just asked it, what other elements can I include that would make this, really a good value for people? And of course, it's going to tell me this is such a great idea because it agrees with everything. But basically, it outlined how I could take some of those talking points that I'm going to educate people on in my talk, and it made it into a form so that they could apply what they have just learned from myself and my two co-presenters in a very cool way here. So I reviewed this. I made sure that this was in line with what I wanted to do for the presentation. And then what I decided that I was going to do from this is let's create a printable version. Let's just have a backup of a printable version of this just in case, tech acts like tech and doesn't work during my actual presentation. So then I copied and I pasted this outline of the form into Canva's AI. And so though how you do that is if you have a Canva Pro account, you go to Canva AI and you click on code. And this is going to help you code coding. This is going to help you code whatever you tell it to code. So then what I did here was I typed in I described to it what I wanted to do. I would like to create an interactive form for a presentation that I'm doing so that business owners can walk away with an actionable set of steps of how they can use AI in their business after today, and it can keep them accountable. And so here you can see this is the prompt that I've been, exactly what I just said. And then I pasted in what I had created in Chat GPT. And now the great thing about vibe coding is that it's going to give you these different versions. And so this was the first version. And this basically uses AI to walk people through how to make their own AI implementation plan. And so this goes step by step through the whole process. So I tested it a couple of times myself, and then I said, I've got a couple of different changes that I would like applied. And at the end of this form, there's actually a print button, and the print button was not working for me. I had published. When you hit publish here in Canva's vibe coding tool, you can either do this you can create a domain on the Canva subdomain here, or you can set up DNS records. This is a more advanced option. And for ease of use, I set up the subdomain for me. And so then I published this onto my page here. This is not the right page, but I have it published somewhere here. Okay, so like I said, the print dialog was not working. So what did I do? I kept going through and asking it, hey, can you fix this spacing, fix the print dialog box? And so it wasn't doing it on its own. So I was like, well, let me go back to Chat GPT and ask it, after I asked it to make a backup printable version for me. Let's ask Chat GPT, what is wrong what's the HTML code to prompt this print dialog box? So it gave it to me, and it knew from this, because I was doing this in the same chat, that I was using the Canva vibe coder to do this. So when it was when Chat GPT gave me the instructions and the code to fix this problem that I was having, it said, this is the cleanest approach if you're vibe coding in Canva, because it's familiar with that platform. So it gave me the JavaScript that I could just then go back and say to this, hey, please add this code to the print button, right? So I'm not writing any code. I'm just saying, hey, this is the problem that I'm having. Can you write the code for me? And then I paste it over here, add this code. I had to go through a couple of iterations of this in order to get it to work properly. So as you can see, this is all code that you don't want to read. But the great thing about Canva's Vibe Coder is that it shows you the code. So I was able to copy this and say, hey, this is the code that it's actually existing on the page. Please debug this and figure out why the print summary isn't working. So long story long, went back and forth a couple of times between the Canva AI vibe coding place and the Chat GPT conversation. And now I have a page that is fully functional and gives people a print summary at the end.